Okay, we're live. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming on this morning. I just wanted to do a really quick training. I am going to keep it down to half an hour, just to follow up really what I was talking about last week, and as a kind of prequel to when I do a training session where people can actually come over and we can they can actually be trying out these strategies for themselves live, so that we can interact and I can actually sort of guide people as to what steps to take, you know, how to start, what steps to take next. And if anybody gets into a situation they're not sure what to do, then, you know, they can just ask me. We can be actually talking live on the screen, so that'll be great. Last week, I was sort of setting the scene really for how, you know, lead generation is one thing. That's when you are putting your capture page out there on the internet. You're putting it somewhere where traffic will see your link, which leads to your capture page, and traffic being people basically, will see your link, which leads to your capture page. Then they will exchange their contact information, their name, their email address, possibly their phone number if you ask for it, in exchange for something, usually something free or low cost. That is how lead generation usually is thought of. So it might be through video marketing, so that you are recording videos and doing various optimization of them to get them to rank in Google or on YouTube, and then people will see the videos. In the videos you're talking, you're giving value, and then you're talking about whatever it is that you are offering people for free or for low cost, and you tell them, the call to action is to tell them to click on the link, which will be in the description of the video. They will click on your link, the capture page will come up, and they'll be instructed to enter their contact information. That's one way to generate leads. And then there are plenty of other ways. You know, there's paid advertising, there is blogging, you know, you name it really. There's lots of other ways of generating leads on the internet. There's so many paid strategies. It's unbelievable, and some of them really don't need to be very high cost, but at the end of the day, you know, it can be ticking away and coming out of your bank account, and you don't even particularly notice it because you're spending $5 here, $5 there. Now, I do use many of those lead generation strategies. I have a blog, I do some paid advertising, I have some videos ranking on YouTube and in Google, but this strategy is different. This isn't sort of lead generation. This is actually meeting people on the internet, talking to them, getting to know them first, rather than trying to get to know them afterwards, which is potentially more difficult. But getting to know them first, and then them voluntarily giving you their contact information, and you then putting it into some kind of an email platform. I use Aweber, but there are other ones out there, so that you can then continue to market to them, and you're building your audience. Because marketing online, if you're doing it properly, is all about building up an audience that you can market to. And if you're really doing it properly, it's about retention. It's about keeping the attention of that audience so that they stay with you, providing value to them so that they stay with you and listen to you, and eventually sort of come around to sort of buying various things from you that you are offering to them. Anyway, so what I'm going to do this evening is I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I've got a few example conversations of people that are based on conversations I've actually had with real people on Facebook, because I want to protect their actual names. I want to protect their actual email addresses. So I thought in order to do that, I would just write out some examples. I'll answer any questions if anybody has any. As I said, I'm going to keep this short and sweet and to the point. So what I do, there's various sort of ways of doing this. Let me just open up Facebook, and then I'm going to share my screen with you. One thing I do is to go into groups that are sort of what I call high quality networking groups, like, for example, Eric Worre's Network Marketing Pro, which is actually he calls it a personal blog, but it's a Facebook page really. And on there he has, let me show you. I'll share my screen with you. It's incredibly interactive. He posts so much value on there and shares so much value with people that it's incredibly interactive. You can see 534 likes to his page, and people are in there, they're commenting, they're sharing all the time. So one thing you can do, because in order for this conversation to work, this strategy to work, you have to have conversations with people. So you have to either friend request them and they accept, or they have to friend request you and you accept. Or you can talk to them on their wall, but I don't recommend you doing that. I think you need to actually have a conversation with them. So one thing you can do is kind of get the attention of people. So go through and see what someone like Eric Worre, for example, is posting on the page. One person who's made a real decision is enough to change the world. So this is a great one. So have a look. Look, there's 40 comments. So what you can do is you can come in, you can read what people are saying, and somebody who says something that really resonates with you might be a good person to like what they've said, send a reply, and then they will notice, because they get notification that you have also posted, that you've replied. They'll get notification of that, so they will know, they'll notice your name. Then when you friend request them, it won't seem so odd and out of the blue, and you can send a message to them at the same time as the friend request. It will say it will go to their other folder, but I do find people find those anyway if they accept your friend request, and they might not always, that's okay, but most of the time people do, especially if you do it this way. It's much safer to do it this way. So you can like what they say. Let's have a look. Janet, amazing that you should post this today, Eric. I went to two events yesterday. That was pretty much the theme. One person or a small group of 3 changed history for millions of people. It only takes one, and if you find just a few people who lock arms with you, you can absolutely make a difference for generations to come. Thank you for all that you do on changing the direction of network marketing. So, somebody's already replied to her here. We couldn't agree more, Janet. So you could also send a reply. You can like what she said. And then, you could see actually if she's posted into another thread as well, and you could like it again, and she'll notice your name then when you friend request her. So that's one strategy I use. Another one, which is arguably well, some people would argue it's not so good. Other people would say, well, that's a lot easier, I'm going to do that. So it really depends. Is to go into a group which is much more kind of, I guess, more spammy, and I'm afraid a lot of network marketing groups are. Here's one that, so we're going here, because a lot of people, they don't know how to market online properly. All they do is they go and they post things into a group like this. Look, they put money all over it. Nobody is going to click on that. I'm afraid it just, oops daisy, I hope that you didn't see that. That just shows the kind of things that are on a page like this. This is a network marketing group. I'm going to come out of this one. Goodness me. Right. There's another one. Network Marketing Australia, New Zealand. Okay. Supposedly network marketing groups. Yeah. This is what it can give the business a bad name, Don't do it. Don't do it. But some of these people, for example, look, all they're doing is capital letters. It's pretty spammy. It's pretty, look, you come and join my business. if you friend request these people and you start talking to them in such a way that they sort of respect what you're saying, they'll pretty soon enjoy what you're putting out there. Now, even if you're brand new and you're not putting all that much out there right now, it's a lot. It's not difficult to rise above this stuff. Okay, it's really not difficult. So another thing you can do is to go into a group like this, maybe not the one I first went into, and just send a couple of friend requests over with a message with each one. And we go back to a page, come off screen share. So that's the idea. So you are finding people out there who are in the same niche as you, might be the same, it might be this a similar business, it might be this a similar niche, like it might be health and wellness, or if you're looking for leads that are just straightforward kind of network marketing, it's a lot broader, then you can visit and interact on those sort of higher quality pages. Or if you want to, you can go into some of the lower quality ones, especially at the beginning, and just send over some friend requests with some messages. And you need to strike up conversations with people. Now, the idea is that you're going to start conversations with these people, and the end result, what you're hoping for, is that they send you their email address, and then you can put them into something like Aweber. That's what I use. Perhaps you could ask them to like your page. If you have a Facebook page, it will start to build up your fan base there. It's really up to you how you're going to sort of capture that audience and how you're going to market to them. So I have an example of a couple of conversations here. So I will share my screen again. Just go through those with you. These are based on actual conversations I've had with people. So some example Facebook conversations. Me. Hi, I loved your response to XYZ on Eric Murray's page. I wanted to connect with you. How are you? So what you want to do is you want to act like you are meeting these people on the street. It needs to be a natural, flowing conversation. Just like if you met them on the street, think about, well, what would I say to them if I met them today? What would I say to them? And another tip is to always finish what you say with a question as often as you possibly can, because then they are more inclined to respond to you. Personally, I'm good, thanks. How are you? Next, establish a commonality with them, something to talk to them about. First, look at their profile. That's so important that you know something about them. Just click on their name. It takes a second. You can scan through their profile, find some things to talk about. And as I say, always end with a question. Me, I'm great. I see from your profile that you live in next place. We just moved back from just outside of Boston recently after 10 years in the US. We visited X place and really loved it. Have you lived there long? Person A. Yes, I've lived there. I've lived here for 8 years. We love it too. Me. Now you want to, because you've got the conversation flowing, they beginning to trust you, and you want to kind of turn it around to business. They probably want to do that as well. So it's not really a problem. How long have you been with X company? You seem to be very passionate about it. I know what company this person's with because I looked on their page, on their profile. Person A. Yes, I love it. And this is just something for you to note. People always say that they love it. They always, pretty much always, not absolutely always, pretty much always tell me they love it and they're doing really well with it, even if they're not. What do you do? Oh, I'm also in the home business industry. One thing I love to do is to help others to market their business online. I send out a free newsletter with tips and tricks. If you'd like to receive it, just shoot me your email address. Personally, okay, that sounds great. There's their email address. Now, what I usually do is just continue the conversation a little bit. You don't want to kind of end it there. It's very abrupt. Just continue it just for a short period of time, and then say I've got to go. Bye. All right, another one. This is when if somebody contacts me, which happens sometimes as well, especially if you're posting and liking on their page or their profile, because that's another thing you can do before you strike up a conversation. You can go through their profile or their page, whichever they have, and actually like and comment on a couple of their posts, and they will then notice your name that way as well. Hi, thanks for connecting on Facebook. What business are you in? This is an example of one where I did connect with them, but you know what I just said it is actually another good strategy to use, is to comment and like on their actual profile or their actual page. Me, yes, I'd love to connect with new people. I'm in X business. Do you do much networking online? Person A, yes, I'm always on Facebook. Lol. Me, yes, I often am too. In fact, I do most of my marketing online. Do you market your business online too? Person A, yes, I do most of my marketing online. I post into several Facebook groups and also network on Facebook, because that's what most people think of online marketing as being. What business are you in? Me, I'm in X business. I'm glad it's going well for you online. Those sound like good strategies. One thing I love to do is to help others to market their business online. So if you'd be open to learning about any other online strategies, perhaps you'd like to get my newsletter. Person A, what is that? Is that something you paid for? I'm afraid people are very skeptical. Me, no, I send out tips and tricks for online strategies on a regular basis in an email newsletter. If you'd like to receive it, just shoot over email address. Person A, oh, okay. Well, I might take a look. Here it is, and there's their email address. And again, I would just continue the conversation there as well. So, you know, that's it really. You can see the common theme. So start with, where are we? Start with visiting their, let me just get rid of that. Sorry, come off screen share. Start with visiting their profile before you start a conversation, so that you can establish some kind of commonality. There'll be something on there that you can talk about. Maybe like and comment on a couple of posts, especially if it's their page. And you might want to, if you're in something like Eric Worre's, I can never say that, page, and there are plenty of other leaders out there with very, very engaged pages or groups, then like and comment on a couple of their particular replies. You can reply to them. Anything really that will get them to just notice who you are, and then you send a friend request. I usually shoot over a little explanation as a message when I send a friend request. And then as soon as, when those friend requests start to be accepted, then you can strike up those conversations with people, and you want to end with them sending their email address. Now, some of you are brand new and you're thinking, well, I don't have anything to put in a newsletter. I don't know anything yet. Don't worry about that. What people are looking for is some guidance, because there's so few people out there who are actually putting out that value. You don't need to know much in order to be able to provide that value. Now, I can see a couple of you are in here and you're thinking, well, I've got that value because I'm in My Lead System Pro. And yes, that is one way to very, very easily be able to provide that value from day one, because you can invite people to the live webinars on there. They're free to attend. Whether you're a member or not a member, they're free to attend live. You can also send over some free trainings that people can watch. And you've got 1,000,001 trainings in there that you can watch yourself, and then you can provide some value to them. If you're not in My Lead System Pro, it's also not difficult. You can visit any leader's blog, any leader's YouTube channel, read one post or watch one video, and then you'll have enough value to be able to post something yourself. You can jump in front of a camera, record a 1 to 2 minute video of you giving a few bullet points of what you've learned, for example, and then shoot it over on your in your email newsletter. And a newsletter is just an email. You can invite people to trainings. That is value. People will thank you for that. You can actually share YouTube videos or share blog posts with people. So that's kind of like providing third-party value to people. That's okay at the beginning. And then more and more, you need to start providing your own value. So learn from those things yourself and then start to provide your own value. Now, I'm not saying to go out and get your own blog created or create your own blog from day one. If that's not something, if that's what you're picking to learn how to do, then do that and just do blogging. Just do blogging. Don't try and learn everything all at once, but if that's what is interesting, what you find interesting, you'd love to do it, by all means do it. If you love videos, jump in front of the camera, maybe 1 or 2 times a week, sharing things that you've learned. Okay, share, like I said, share live trainings, and the easiest way by far is just to be a member of My Lead System Pro, but you don't have to be there. You know, there are plenty of other ways to get that value and get it in front of people. Right, I hope this has been useful and helpful to you. Thank you very much for coming on this morning. Like I said, we will have a sort of live work session soon where I can actually guide you through doing this on screen. You can do the friend requesting, you can have the conversations, be having them live, and you know, if you need it, I can provide that guidance, or you can just share what you're doing, which is very, very helpful to other people to see. All right, I'm going to leave it there for now, and I look forward to the next time I'm doing some training, which will be very, very soon, and I look forward to connecting with you very, very soon. Bye-bye.